Studio.
All right, and away from the coastal region, the government has reiterated its commitment to protect all citizens and their property in light of the bi-weekly protest organized by the opposition. ICT CS Owalo asserted that protecting Kenyans would be done indiscriminately. This came a day after different properties linked to former President Uhuru Kenyatta and opposition leader Raila Odinga were raided by unknown individuals, destroyed, and belongings stolen. The CS also condemned the motive behind the protest, claiming that the high cost of living agenda was just a facade.
At the onset, may I state clearly that in the view of government, the current demonstrations that we have been witnessing is not informed by the concern about the cost of living, but it is largely influenced by the fact that a section of the political class, to date, despite having exhausted all the legal mechanisms through which election disputes can be alleviated, still are not convinced that they are out of government. And the cost of living and the demonstrations emanating therefrom is a disguise as opposed to the reason for the current demonstrations that we are witnessing. While we accept and recognize the fact that our Article 37 of the Kenyan Constitution, our 2010 constitutional dispensation, allows for demonstrations and picketing, the position of government is that such demonstrations and picketing must be exercised or undertaken within the confines of the law. And those confines of the law, or the ambit of the law, is clear that picketing and demonstrations should not lead to destruction of people's property. It should be done in a peaceful manner. The Kenya Kwanza government, under the tutelage of His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto, respects the rule of law, respects the Constitution, and will uphold it to the letter. For avoidance of doubt and for purposes of clarity, under no circumstances will the current government be cowed into submission through acts of violence and intimidation which are outside the confines and ambit of the law.
Elsewhere, a section